We feel broken, we shame, we blame, we try to be something we're not. So we feel broken, we shame, we blame, we try to be something we're not. We're kind of broken. And the cycle just goes on and on. If you find yourself in that cycle of feeling broken and then shaming and ruminating and feeling more broken, then I am so glad you are here today, because we are talking about the secret to self-acceptance as a highly sensitive woman. Let's get to it. Hey lady, welcome to the Highly Sensitive Woman podcast. Do you struggle with self-doubt, setting boundaries, or feeling overwhelmed? My name is Alyssa, and I'm a highly sensitive woman who spent years trying to fit in, ignoring my own needs, and living in constant fear of disappointing others. But I finally discovered the power of embracing who I am, and now I don't feel so broken. In this podcast, you'll learn to find your voice, set boundaries, and live with bold confidence and inner peace. Grab a cozy blanket. It's time to connect with someone just like you. Before we get into today's episode, I just wanted to say thank you for all of your kind reviews. They really do mean the world to me. And I wanted to share one of them. Listener Da Red Dress wrote, "The host brings a warm and understanding presence, creating a safe space for sensitive women to feel heard and valued. She speaks with deep empathy, drawing from her own real-life experiences to connect with and uplift her listeners. Definitely worth a listen for anyone looking for a compassionate and relatable perspective." Thank you so much. I am grateful that the stories that I am sharing from my life are resonating and that you can see yourself in them. I'm so glad that you found this podcast, and I'm thrilled that all of you who are listening are here. I truly believe it is not an accident that you are hearing this message today, and I pray that it blesses you. I would love it if you would share it so that it reaches other women who also need to hear this message, so that as highly sensitive women, we can grow together, because I would love nothing more than for every single one of you to accept how you were created and to grow in your confidence and to live boldly. So speaking about accepting who you are, I found myself feeling very, very broken for a long time. And it has only been in recent years that I have been able to recognize that I am not innately broken, right? The way that I was created was perfectly designed. However, there was a time where I feel like I became broken because I tried to do things and to be things that I am not. And so over time, just a little bit and a little bit here and a little bit there, I did kind of break. I mentioned in a previous episode how my whole life I wanted to be a doctor. And to this day, I am still completely fascinated with the human body and how complex and intricate it is, and just how everything works together and is designed to function in a very specific way. So I want you to take a moment and just kind of picture a contortionist fitting into a box. Now, if you are a contortionist, you probably fit in that box just fine. But I am not. And so if I am trying to fit in that same box, things on my body are probably going to break. And that's kind of what happened for me. I tried so hard to be something that I wasn't, and things broke. My relationship with myself broke. My relationship with my family was strained. I won't say that it was broken. My parents later shared with me that they often would cry because they were like, I don't recognize our daughter. And I really did become this very shell of a person, and someone I didn't recognize, and the people who loved me the most didn't recognize. And it strained my ability to be my best. It strained my ability to be a productive member of society, quite frankly. And I don't want you to feel broken, and I also don't want you to try to be something you're not and end up kind of breaking, honestly. Highly sensitive people make up about 20% of the population, so that is a lot of us. And the problem is when we start trying to be like the other 80% and we try to put ourselves in that box and contort to be in this shape or position that isn't aligned with us, what happens is we have this critical voice that takes over, and it does a lot of shaming and a lot of blaming, and we spend a lot of time ruminating, and then the cycle just kind of perpetuates itself, right? Like we feel broken, we shame, we blame, we try to be something we're not, so we feel broken, we shame, we blame, we try to be something we're not, we're kind of broken, and then the cycle just goes on and on. So one of the things that I do with my clients is to have conversations with that critical voice, with that part of them, and try to get a better understanding of why it's there. And so we go through our lives having these thoughts and we're not even aware of them. But when we start having these conversations with my clients, then the client starts to have an awareness, and we can begin the process of retraining your brain to look for positives. And this is where we find the secret to self-acceptance. It is becoming aware of that critical voice and beginning the process of retraining your brain to look for positives. And there is no positive too big or too small to start looking for and celebrating, because just like that cycle of becoming broken continues, the process and the cycle of starting to see positives, those can build on themselves as well. Your brain really likes to solve problems, so I want to give it a problem to solve. Over the next 30 days, I want you to consistently take time out of your day to write down things that you like about yourself. In a previous episode, I talked about making a list of things that you like. Some of them that I mentioned for myself, I like the smell of puppies. I like the sound of driving over gravel. I love the taste of chocolate mousse. But now what I want you to do is I want you to shift that from things that you like that are outside of you to things that you like that are you, whether it is physical characteristics or personality characteristics. There is nothing off limits. Every day, I want you to set a timer for just 2 minutes. And in that 2 minutes, make a list of everything that you can think of that day that you like about yourself. As you begin this process, I would love to hear how it's going and what you notice about just how you move through the day. Do you find yourself being in a different mind space and noticing more things to celebrate? Does it create more of an awareness of the critical thoughts, and you aren't just having them unconsciously, but you notice them because they're trying to fight back as you are coming up with all of these positives and things that you want to celebrate? I would just love to know how it's going. And maybe these podcast episodes are all you need to begin celebrating your innate tendencies. And if so, that makes my heart absolutely burst with joy for you. If you find that these episodes and exercises that I have been offering are helpful, and you could also use some support and ongoing conversations, I would love to chat with you about joining you on your journey. So you can schedule a consultation call simply by sending me an email at info@lifecoachalyssa.com, and that is linked in the show notes for you because I know that my name can be a little bit difficult to spell at times. Regardless, I would love to hear how things are going and for you to share in the comments about what aspects of yourself you truly love so the rest of us can celebrate along with you. I'm already looking forward to chatting with you next week. Take care. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If so, would you take 30 seconds and share it with a friend who may be feeling like she's broken too? I'd love it if you'd leave a quick review for the show on Apple Podcasts. It brings me so much joy to know this podcast is helping you. Now it's time for me to stop talking and go soothe my senses in nature. I'll meet you back here next week for another episode. Take care.